Hey guys, if you saw my last review of the Viltrox EF to EOS M2 speed booster, you realize that I did not have the best experience with it. And a few of your comments made me realize that I should probably give it a second chance. So I sent this back to Amazon and they got me another copy. And while I was doing that, they also did another firmware update. So this speed booster or the firmware update, I'm not really sure which one, is a world of difference between the last one that I had. Just to start off, this thing does not drain the battery anymore whenever the camera is off. My last copy, whenever I would go to sleep the next morning, the battery on my camera was always dead if I left this on the camera body. So yeah, that does not happen anymore with this copy. Also, one of the reasons why I bought this is because I wanted to use it as sensor protection for this mirrorless system. I wanted to leave this on the camera body so that way there is always something over the sensor so that way it didn't get damaged. But the way that Viltrox said that you were supposed to change the lenses is that you were never supposed to directly just take a lens off of the camera or off of the speed booster and then put another lens off. You have to take off the speed booster and the lens. You have to take off the lens that you had on, put a new lens on it, and then put both the lens and the speed booster back on the camera. If you didn't do that, my camera would lock up. It did lock up sometimes even though I did that, but it did every time that I didn't do it that way. But this time I've been using this for 2 or 3 days and it has not locked up a single time no matter how you do this. So just leaving the speed booster on the camera like this is working pretty good so far. The next and possibly most important, last time with my Tamron 70-200, it did not work at all. I put it on the camera and it would immediately lock up. It would never do anything. Now it works just fine. If you guys can see that, it is actually connecting now. Sometimes the camera does not give you the speed booster does not give you the extra stop of light for the aperture, but at the same time, it's working. A couple people had made comments that their speed booster was not recording what lens or any of the metadata to the pictures. I have taken several pictures, uploaded them to Adobe and to Flickr, and it has recorded all of the metadata, both the lens and then all the camera settings. So that's no longer an issue either. The autofocus for my M50 with the speed booster on it is really good. I have not checked it with moving targets or moving subjects yet, but for still images, even in low light, it's really quick, it's really responsive. I went out to Old Town here in Albuquerque and I took a bunch of pictures of the Christmas lights that they have up and it worked really well. Yes, sometimes with certain lenses it gives a little bit of chromatic aberration, but again, you can fix that in post. Overall, I think I will give this speed booster a review of 2 M. Night Shyamalans. By that I mean, whenever you open this box, it's just like buying a ticket for an M. Night Shyamalan movie. You don't really know if you're going to get The Sixth Sense or Signs, or if you're going to end up getting After Earth or The Last Airbender. So if you get one of those bad copies, please send it back. This is actually a really good speed booster, but from what I've seen, probably about 30 or 40% of the people that bought this have had difficulties with it. So please, if you haven't bought it yet, buy it through a company that has a good return policy. And then if you have issues with it, send it back, get another copy, because for 150 bucks, it's hard to beat when it actually does what it's supposed to. Thanks. We'll see you guys later. Sorry guys, I nearly forgot. A couple other people were asking me whether or not the Viltrox speed booster works with APS-C lenses. And that's kind of a two-part answer. One, it does not work with Canon native APS-C lenses. The extra element that's inside of the speed booster will not allow it to fit into the speed booster itself. So Canon native APS-C lenses have this extra space on the back of them that will not allow them to fit on this specific speed booster. I would recommend that you get just a regular adapter that has nothing in here. These do allow, you know, all APS-C lenses to go on the M50, and these are literally like 30 bucks and they work great. As far as this goes, as far as Canon native lenses, they only work with regular EF lenses like this nifty 50 here. However, I've been told that third-party APS-C lenses, such as lenses from Sigma, like the 18 to 35, they don't have the extra space that Canon puts on their APS-C lenses. So they might work. I imagine they would have heavy vignetting whenever you're shooting in full frame, but if you are one of those people that are hoping to shoot with an APS-C lens to counter the 4K crop, that will probably work.